Well, I won. I won. I won. Yeah. As you can tell by my reaction, I'm not too happy that I won. Don't get me wrong, a win's a win. I'm still the interim champion, but I won by forfeit because Lazarus slash Lawrence dropped out. Therefore, I move on to the final match, to the 60-minute Iron Man match to determine the inaugural champion. And my next challengers are the two who, quite frankly, have brought out the best and worst in me. Jackson Chronic and Mikey McKendrow. Mikey, you... My win-loss record is not too great against you. Especially since, you made my life hell when I first got here. You and the Joker. So, don't think I forgot about that. And now we got 60 minutes for me to beat the hell out of you. Well, I'll take whatever I can. And then Jackson Chronic. My friend turned enemy for a little while, who helped defeat the villain and bring me back. But I still wasn't there for you, so I guess this is a way for us to finally just vent out our frustrations on each other and just beat the hell out of each other. It is a 60-minute Iron Man match. 3 competitors. 1 championship. My goal has been the same. To prove myself that I am. To prove to everyone that I am somebody to be in a title photo. And with this, I want to take that interim part and get rid of it. And put inaugural. Put first ever. That's what I want to do. Does it suck that I had to win this way? Yes. But I'm in the finals. That's all I care about. Next step is to win it all. Be the inaugural champion. Take away the interim crap. And finally, have a title over my shoulder. So, I'm just going to keep this very short and sweet. Mikey McKendrow, Jackson Chronic, Reed Enders for the championship. "60-minute Iron Man." Well, let's fucking do it.
I know a bathroom promo is probably the laziest thing that I could do, but I don't feel like a winner right now. See, I wasn't the top of the points like I originally thought I would be. No, see, I'm tied for second with Reed Enders. So now, next week in the M2 Finals, it'll be not a 60-minute Iron Man one-on-one match. It will be a 60-minute Iron Man triple threat match between myself, the natural born heel Mikey McKendrow, Jackson Chronic and the interim champion Reed Enders. And Reed, you didn't win the tournament yet. You're tied for second with me, which means by a technicality we both qualify for the finals. By that logic, then technically Jackson Chronic won the tournament, which irks me even more. Whatever. It's time to look that the past is behind us. It's time to look to the future. I still qualified, which means I get to compete for the ECW Big Gold Champion. Jackson Chronic, Reed Enders, your natural born heel Mikey McKendry will be in a triple threat 60-minute Iron Man match next week to determine the first ever ECW Big Gold Champion. Or so you'd think. Oh, look. The ECW Attitude Championship. What the hell am I wearing this for? Well, it's very simple. John Boy, Reed Enders, if somehow, some way, you two win the Iron Man triple threat match, you can be the ECW Big Gold Champion. I don't want it yet. This is what I want. So when I win the ECW Hardcore Multiverse M2 Climax 2025 Finals, I will crown myself the first ever ECW Hardcore Multiverse Attitude Champion. Trust me, boys, there will be blood, there will be sweat, there will be tears. Because to get this, I will bleed. To get this, I will sweat. For 1 hour, I will bleed. For 1 hour, I will sweat. And at the end of 1 hour, I will cry because I am the first ever ECW Attitude Champion. And then you two can figure out who the first ever Big Gold Champion is at a later date. I just know I'm walking out with this. Yeah, right, Michael. It does look good on us. No. I beat you. Your points was so embarrassing. You can stay out of this. I'm in control right now. But now. But you're right. I didn't win. And besides, you're not even first on my list. Worry about that later. John Boy, Reed Enders. None of us have officially won yet, but next week, this is going home with me. And once and for all, I will prove that I am ECW's natural born heel. See you next week.
Finally made it. Finally made it all the way to the M2 Classic Final, where I sit at the top of the leaderboard. But the job isn't finished. It's far from finished. In fact, I have about 60 minutes to go against two people who I'm very, very familiar with. On one side, you have a man who's just nonstop obsessed with me and trying to beat me. And the natural born hero, Mikey McKendrow, and someone who I consider a close friend in Reed Enders. We will all go and fight in a triple threat Iron Man match to determine who's the first ever ECW Big Gold Champion. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. I know the title's in good hands right now. But I've been in a position where I've won it all and I've lost it all within this tournament. And I'm not going to be losing that opportunity again. I can't lose this opportunity again. I'm only going to say this once, okay? To Mikey, I'm not the one that's obsessed with you. You're the one that's obsessed with me and trying to beat me no matter what it takes. And to Reed Enders, I never overlooked you. In fact, I was the one that called you first to even do War Games. I was the one that fought the villain to prove that you don't even need the mask to win. And look at you now. You're one match away. You're one win away from becoming the first ever world champion. You know, alongside Reed Enders, I feel like I've done everything I possibly could in FRW. But the one thing that I have yet to do is to win a world championship. And now that I'm in the position that I'm in, I'm more than determined to become world champion. I don't care if I have to take out Mikey McKendrow over and over and over again. And I don't even care if I have to go through my best friend to do it. I'm walking into the finals, and I'm walking out just how I walked into this entire tournament, on top of the world. I'm not overlooking any one of you guys. The only thing I'm looking towards is that big gold championship. And at the end of that match, the champion will be me.
Hey guys, it's Mikey from the front row here, just with two things. One, since I share a body with the natural born heel Mikey McKendrow and the Joker, I feel like I should explain why they're so obsessed with the Attitude Championship. Well, back when FRW was starting, I went to the roster with 3 championship options. And for the world title design, I went with the Attitude Era WWE Championship, the Big Gold Championship, and the Smoking Skull Championship. I said, guys, pick a design. Whatever you guys choose will be the FRW World's Championship design. So, me personally, I wanted the Attitude Era Championship. That's my childhood belt. That's the belt I've always pictured myself winning as a kid if I were to win a World's Championship. Unfortunately, I was outvoted by the rest of the roster, as you guys know. Big Gold won in the end. So that's why both the heel and the Joker are obsessed with that championship. They want to eventually hold that particular championship, that's partially why I decided to make the switch over to the Hardcore Multiverse in the first place. So I can use all of my replica belts in some way, shape, or form. So yeah, that explains why they're obsessed at least. And second thing that I wanted to quick update everyone on is I just wanted to remind everyone that next week the M2 Finals is not just the Iron Man match, it's going to be a multi-match card. It's going to be one last men's Royal Rumble, one last women's Royal Rumble, one last NWO Division Rumble, FRW showcase match featuring maybe for the last time some of the FRW wrestlers, and one last War Games match in 2K23 between the Bloodline, Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, Jimmy and Jay the Usos versus the NWO, Hogan, Hall, Nash, and Six. So it's a full card. And obviously the Triple Threat Iron Man match. 1 hour, 3 men, 2 championships. So yeah, 3 men, 2 championships, 1 hour. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Alright, see you guys next week.